This is a quick screencast just to talk about the Foley-Hoag communication strategy on LinkedIn. This is, in all its simplicity, this is what I was trying to do for 21 years at MIT. So I'm mortified to see how simple it is in its execution, but it's not simple in the underlying structure and the teamwork that goes into something like this. So nearly any Foley-Hoag post that you see on LinkedIn, you're taken to a blog on that topic. So this is the law and environment blog. And it's actually the least developed out of all the Foley-Hoag not the least developed, but relative to the other ones, it's not as developed. But nonetheless, it has the structure that they all have, which I think is just so right. When you click on it and you're brought here, you're not stranded in the middle of nowhere like virtually every other academic post on LinkedIn. You're brought into a conversation with experts from that group, in this case, the Foley-Hoag, working in that topic. So this is the cast of those people. But when you go to any other Foley-Hoag blog, so this is the IPO blog, and you can see clearly if you have an IPO issue, this is where you want to go, because this is the cast focused on this. And when they post something, you're brought here, but you're not stranded nowhere. And the whole structure of what they post on, when you're a law firm, you can comment on headlines as they pop up. This is how a blog should work, that experts are commenting on it. So September 10th, that might not be, this is white collar law. So clearly they have a large cast there. Security, privacy, and the law. So data scraping. So there was a ruling recently, and this is Foley-Hoag's post on that. So when you're reading LinkedIn, you're keeping up, they allow you to keep up with that topic. And you come here and you read a blog post on it. So this is not a years in the making report that when you go to something like from Harvard's Kennedy School or the Belfer Center, invariably they're posting on a report and they send you to the report, and it's like being in the desert because dozens of pages, you're only within that report, you're not within any larger structure. So just as an ongoing conversation, it ain't good. Again, I just think this is, and it mortifies me to say that this is a WordPress site. I didn't think WordPress was the right way to go, but this way of structuring it makes it so simple and so straightforward. But there's a corporate culture behind this of working within teams, the teams taking the responsibility for a public engagement. But another key piece of all of this is that there's a reality to a law firm that universities haven't taken on yet in regard to climate change. In law firms, there's a reality of clients. You need to communicate to build clients. So you're establishing your expertise. And the exact same thing needs to be operating within universities. They're not chipping into a larger discussion about climate change. They're not adding their 2 cents. They've become fundamental players in the climate change crisis. So this accountability of building clients, it implies there's a reality to how they approach it. There's not that. The word academic perfectly sums up what is wrong with academic communications. It's academic. It's not essential. It's not fundamental. It's not. And so how they go about communication has that miscellaneous, random Oh, we're adding our 2 cents to the conversation. No, step up to the plate and take responsibility for the crisis that the world is in.